Welcome back, and thank you for joining me in another episode of TerraFirmaCraft. So, let's talk about the big news, and that is Build 77 is upon us. Yeah, it was released. Great, great updates and everything. I love it, except for the one giant bad thing. And that is it is incompatible with old worlds like this. So, I cannot upgrade. It says it right there on the website, and I tried it. It just doesn't work. My world crashes. I can't figure anything out. I'm certainly not the type of person to mess around with things to try and figure it out, but if it says it's incompatible. I gave it a try. It didn't work, so I'm gonna believe them. So that means I'm gonna update, and leave this world. I think I have to. I think not upgrading isn't even a question because I certainly want to play with all the new stuff that they added and the new mechanics, and I'm sure everybody wants to see them. And even besides that, everything new that gets added to the game is going to be incompatible with this world. So, might as well do it now. Why wait? So with that said, an upgrade, the end of this world is coming. But luckily not right now, because I did have another build planned. Something I've been planning for a long time, and I want to do it, even though it's really not going to stick around much, because this world ain't going to be around much longer, but I'm still going to do it here. Because I went and got the resources for it, and I just been planning it for a long time, so. And it should be pretty simple too. I'll get it done in one episode. So let's get started on that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is build something similar to the Aztec Sunstone, which was discovered down in Mexico about basically, if you don't know what it is, I'll give you a brief overview. It comes from the Aztec people. It's this big stone, big round stone that it's part calendar, part other things. Actually, I believe they don't know exactly what every little symbol on the thing is. It has a bunch of small intricate symbols on it, carvings, and it's really complex. It's a really busy pattern on that thing. Way more intricate than we could get here in TerraFirmaCraft, especially for the size I plan on doing it. But we could still make something very similar to it, and it would definitely look cool. And keep looking right here because I'm gonna slap it right up on this the side of this flat wall here. And it should be 8 blocks tall, 8 blocks wide. It's going to be circular. I have a circle maker thing here. So I'm going to be going back and forth in between my my windows. So let's get started. And I'm going to use limestone for it. This is what I kept saying I needed conglomerate stone for. But I found a limestone, and I think it'll do because it's kind of yellowish gold. Now I did a little bit of pre-planning, so I know exactly where I want to put these. Alright. And it's going to be a pain using this. I should have got wood, but all I got is stone for scaffolding. Alright. And I probably should have filled this in a little bit. We'll worry about the back here. Alright, anyway, we'll worry about the back when we're done. I'm not worried about it right now. I could always just go behind the stone and knock these out when it's done. Alright, now back. Now to recount. Right here. So it's going to be similar to the real thing in that it's going to have a big face in the middle like the real one does. And of course, our face is going to be a creeper face. I can't get crazy with all the little patterns or little designs like the real one has because that's just it's too complicated. But I can put some little things in there, little designs and stuff. Maybe I'll make some shapes just to make the pattern look more busy, or make the whole thing look like a more busy pattern. And I think that'll work. That'll suit our purposes. And I could put um, what do you call them? Like when you draw a sun and you make the rays, like the triangles, one on each cardinal direction, and then I could do one in between each cardinal direction. So it should look cool. I'm hoping it looks cool. I made a little bit of it, like a little piece of it, just to see how it would work out in a test world, and it looked pretty cool. This should be, yeah, well, this will be good for a start. Okay, I'm figuring this thing should be good about 3 thickness, so that's 4, maybe 4. No, we're gonna go 3 because I don't. First, I want to make it without going all the way through the stone. Because remember when I was doing the creeper, if you just chisel a little bit into a stone, you really can't see the definition of what you're doing. But you got to go through it and have a different color in the back, and that brings out the picture. But I don't really want to do that just yet. I want to see how it looks like without doing that. And if you really can't make anything out, then I'll just go through the whole thing and knock the rest out. So for now, I'm just going to um, micro chisel them 2 back. So that'll leave 1 limestone micro block in the back. And so it all looks like 1 stone instead of just looking like a whole bunch of different stones. Because when I get all the circles in it, you'll see what I mean. It'll start looking weird. I mean, not weird, just not as a solid piece of stone. So let me go ahead and knock all of these back here. Alright, so let's start with the creeper face. Now the middle is going to be these 4 blocks, and the creeper face is going to be these 4 blocks. Same exact size as the statue actually, so this is going to be the same thing. So the dimensions of the face are the same. I think I got that right. Alright, yeah, you really can't see the pattern already. Well, like I said, we'll do it like this first, and when we look at it when I'm done, we'll see how it looks. So these are going to go too deep. Oops. And the eyes are 4 by 4. I'm really having a hard time seeing it already, to be honest with you. Alright, so he's got 2 eyes, and let's give him his kind of a mustache looking mouth he got. That goes all the way down to the bottom. Alright, and he's got this 2x4 piece right here. Alright, there we go. That's it. I mean, that's a simple creeper face. I didn't knock everything back, but... Alright, so now what I'm going to do is make the circle going around his face, because this is a circular stone and it has different layers of circles. And the face is the center circle. So I have this circle chart that I'm just going to follow. Okay, so now we got a nice creeper face in a circle. And I gotta say, it's pretty intense making a circle, because you just don't want to make a mistake. You want to pray. When you start here and you start going around following your pattern, that when you come back over here, it like gets really intense, that everything lines up with the right amount of chisels that you have left, and it just stops right there where you started. And when it does, you're like, phew, I did not make a mistake somewhere. Alright, so we got that done. Now we gotta give him his square head, because he doesn't have a round head. So I got to just chisel out the extra here. His square head is in here. That's the top of it. This is the side. So everything outside his head and still inside this circle basically is going to get chiseled out. A lot of tedious chiseling in this project, especially because I got to go 2 deep, and I might actually end up going 4 deep. 3 deep actually, to knock out all this. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is do the second circle. And you can see that I left these here. I'm going to refrain from doing all the chiseling right now, because basically if I make a mistake and I have to break a block and replace it, I pretty much wasted my time and durability chiseling out these, because I don't need to do it right now. This stuff I could do when I'm done. And this, I might end up using, some of this extra stuff to make designs if I see fit when the whole thing is done. So I'm going to leave it like that for now. And I'm just going to make the second circle, and once this circle is complete, I have a few ideas for designs inside this second circle. Then there's going to be a third circle, and that's it. It's only going to be 3 circles. Okay, now as you can see, I did the outer circle, and what I also did was this circle here, but this is going to get chiseled away. This is because I want the circles to be 1 microblock thick, as you can see here. Everywhere is 1 microblock thick. There's no corner piece touching a corner piece. It goes these right angles here. It squares off on these slanted pieces. See, like that. And I did that for reasons, because I want it to be thick. I want there to be a lot of stone here. So, and I'm going to do that around all these, but we'll get to this one when I do the final ring. So, a little bit about the original Sunstone. It's got a lot of intricate patterns in it, pictures, like I mentioned before, and like I said before, it's part calendar and a whole bunch of other symbols that kind of, I don't think anybody really understands everything on the Sunstone yet, but I think it's safe that we can assume it represented the people, their way of life, and their beliefs, and they carved those patterns all over the sunstone. So I was thinking that's such a cool idea, and there's like a lot of things we could do in Minecraft to put into our stone if we wanted to represent life in Minecraft. But I'm real limited on things I could do just because of chiseling. You know, I mean, I can't chiseling in Minecraft. You can't get too detailed. I mean, and pretty much the size of this, if I would have to make it gargantuan to to really fit a lot of things into it and really make the pictures come out to where you could even notice what they are. So I settled on in this ring. What I'm gonna do is make four designs, and they're gonna represent life in Minecraft. Now we got the creeper in the middle, which is a huge part of Minecraft. It's probably the staple of Minecraft. But I also want to do three other mobs, and I chose the zombie, which I'm probably going to put on this side, the skeleton probably on this side, the spider up here, and on the bottom I'm going to do a livestock mob, which will be the cow. I would like to add other things like the chicken and a pig, but like I said, I'm real limited on things I could do with the tools I got in Minecraft. So I'll do one, and I can't show you doing all of them because that would just take forever. But I'll show you how I do one, and then I'll just knock the other ones out. So I think we'll do the zombie because that's pretty cool. Let's do the zombie. It's pretty simple. Alright, so I got pretty much this space right here. And actually, give me a minute to measure it out so I have it perfectly centered. Alright, so I think I got it here. I think I got it measured out. I really hope I don't mess this up. Now I'm looking at the picture I drew as I chisel each block to make sure it's right. And I hope you could see this because actually I could barely see this. The stone, it just blends so much. Alright, I think I got it. Yeah, that's it. Alright, I don't know if I get an angle where you could see it clearly. Well, it's just supposed to be a zombie walking towards you with his arms out right there. If you can see, this is his head. 4 little micro blocks. There's his body. Here's his arms extending, you know, the zombie arms. And here's like his other leg there taking a step towards you. So that's it. That's one symbol. Well, I know I'm going to end up chiseling this all the way back out because I could barely see this, but we'll stick to it by now. I already actually made 2 mistakes that I had to break a block, so it's good. I'm not wasting time chiseling this out as I'm doing it. But there you go. You got the idea. So the railstone has all these little symbols going all around. It's got like 5 layers or something. I didn't count. Mine's only going to be 3 layers. I'm going to have 4 symbols in this layer. I think on the diagonal parts here, I'll try and make just shapes with the leftover stone. Just to keep, like I mentioned before, I believe, just to keep the pattern busy. and then we'll do the final layer where the sun rays are going to be, and it'll look cool. That'll be done. So I decided not to chisel all the way through the stone and just only go, well, pretty much just leave the last layer of microblock in the back there. I did that because I want it to look like a solid piece of stone, and I think if I chisel all that background out, it'll just look so thin. So I know you can't really see it. I'm gonna get a closer look at it, but before I even show you the details of it, I want to fix this ugly background. So I went and gathered the last of my basalt, and I think I got like 2 more extra stacks really quick. And I'm just gonna fill all this in with the natural basalt block. I also finished over here just for the heck of it, for why not sake, because if we got this nice centerpiece here, might as well have this whole thing complete. So I'm gonna get rid of all this dirt, fill this all in, make this all solid so this has a nice background. Fix that gabbro there, a couple of pieces I broke out, and we'll get a good look at this. Alright, so we got a nice solid rock here. Looks nice and neat, so let's check this thing out up close. Now we'll start with the bottom right here. Alright, so I went around the whole thing. I put the 4 rays of sun here going in the 4 cardinal directions, and then also the diagonal ones, so there's like 8 rays of sun right there going around that outer circle. I also added these solid block designs here just to fill up the just the whole stone, just to fill it up with more designs, because that's the way the original looks. It's got like a ton of intricate little carvings on it. Right here I got the cow, which represents livestock here in Minecraft, the ever-present cow. Right there is a zombie, you saw me do that one. And in between the 4 pictures, I have 4 of them. I got skeleton there and the spider up there, I'll show you. But in between all of them, I put these 3 squares, 3 hollow squares, again just to fill up the design here. just to fill up the rock actually with designs. Yeah, so there's a little cow. If you could see him there. You go to the side, you can see them better. There's his head, his body. Alright, let's head up here. We'll look at the center. Center is just a big creeper face with these 4 solid designs there. There was extra stone I just left when I was chiseling it out. Creeper face. Here's the zombie. Oh, look at that. I missed a block right there. Bing! There we go. Okay, here's the zombie. There's a little zombie arm sticking out. He's coming towards you. Let's go up here. I like the spider. I think this one came out really good. There it is. That's the spider. It took a long time actually to figure out how to make a design that looks like a spider in just this little bit of space here. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 5. So in a little 7 by 5 pixel art, I had to figure out how to make a spider. So this was definitely the best design. I think it came out cool. I like the spider. And I got the same thing, these squares over here, these solid squares and the rays of sun. Let's come over here and look at the skeleton. Skeleton's pretty cool. He's holding a bow. Let's get rid of this. There he is. So there's the skeleton. There's his body. He's standing up straight. There's his head, his arm, and here's his bow. There's the sun ray. Same designs. So that's about it. This took a lot of chiseling. If you can see, my blue steel chisel is damn near worn down to the nub. The biggest thing with this, and this was my fault, I created all this work for myself. You see these edges here? Well, when I first made them, they were only 1 microblock thick. So just when I finished this whole thing and I started chiseling away all the extra stone, I got a little bit of it done, about 1/8 of the circle done, and I realized it looks way too thin with only this outer circle being 1 microblock. I said it just doesn't look good. It's too thin. It's got to be thicker. So what I ended up doing was going around the whole thing, breaking every block that had this circle in it, this 1 microblock thick edge, and then redoing it 3 microblocks thick. So it looks a hell of a lot better. But some of those blocks, let me tell you, they were deep inside this, which means I had to chisel out the whole pattern all over again and keep doing it around the whole thing just to get it 3 microblocks thick, which I should have realized in the first place, but I didn't. It's no big deal. Just a lot of extra work. So that's it. The Minetec Sunstone. I like that view. Alright guys, that's about it. We got a nice centerpiece here on our kind of pyramid looking thing, staircase. It looks like this is some religious stuff, like this is a temple here and we got like some religious symbol going on here. It looks cool. I like the feel of the whole area now. That about wraps this up. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this build. It was fun. I liked it. Definitely makes this place a lot better looking. I don't know what to say about next time because we have uncertain times ahead of us. But I will say this world has been fun. I did enjoy it. I like it. It's been a lot of fun. Alright guys, until next time. Later.